great game from the pitching side of it. Defensively, it was a tough game offensively, but you're going to have some of those, and we challenge our pitching staff all the time that, there's going to be moments where we got to pick them up, pick up the hitters, and there'll be moments they got to pick us up. And, very pleased with our guys. I thought Billy was outstanding. Colby was outstanding. JB coming in a high-pressure situation, getting those last 2 outs of that inning. So we stayed in the middle of the ring, and that's all that mattered right there. So very proud of that win.
What was the explanation at the end there?
He was blocking the lane to the plate.
Before he came in, or as he was coming in?
Well, the rule is that you got to give a clear lane for a slide, and he was in the lane there. And whether they got it right or wrong, I don't know. I'm glad the call they made, but that was the rule.
Is that why you challenged it? Because you thought maybe there was interference, or just that he was safe?
Both. I mean, when they do that, when you have a play like that, they're going to look at all the angles and stuff with it too. So we had a challenge. Why not? And thankfully, we did that, and and it worked out in our favor.
You ever won a game off of a replay review before?
I don't believe I have. No, if I have, I can't remember it. So, and you would think I would, but no, that was it's baseball, man. It's crazy, and and just thankful that we're in the opportunity for that to happen.
Where does this game rank as far as uniqueness goes? Just all the kind of oddities in this game. No hitters for both pitchers to the ace, stuff like that.
I mean, Billy and their guy, they were on ice skates. Our hitters were on ice skates. Their hitters were, and it's funny. We give up a solo shot, and then I think we turn around right there, and then we get one. I mean, it's just crazy. Baseball's, is an unbelievable game. There's so many things that can happen, and it's hard to win a baseball game. We say it all the time. So you just got to stay in the middle and just keep competing, and hopefully it works out in your favor.
Speak a little bit to Blevin's stuff today, and the approach coming into the game.
Yeah, he was good, man. I mean, I'm not discrediting him at all. I mean, he was plus and minusing, spinning, changing speeds, then sticking 85-mile-an-hour heater in there, and it was enough. And and I think our guys were trying to do the approach. When we challenged him so many times in there to do it, so sometimes it's easier said than done. And his tempo was really quick, and that made it kind of even another dimension of being challenging. So he did a great job. I applaud that young man for sure.
When you look at the progression of Billy's starts so far this year, just kind of how have you seen him evolve? Just as he has more experience this year, from last year too, stuff like that.
Well, I mean, he's a dude. I mean, he's a pitcher. He knows how to pitch, and he's going to give up some contact and runs, and that's okay. He just doesn't really beat himself very often. And I really felt like he was going to be a really good matchup with these guys, being able to cram that fastball in and then throw the changeup and spin and all that. And he did that. So, I'm not surprised. I thought he had a really good day today.
You've been in this position a few weeks now where you have 2, and then you're trying to get the sweep tomorrow. Just how's it going to change tomorrow?
Well, I just challenged them again, man. It's like, we had a building block moment today of figuring out how to win an extra inning game, a tough game, and we did that. So that was a positive growth moment, but we need to figure out another one, which is finishing a weekend off. And so they're going to be, pretty upset tomorrow, and they're going to come out and give us everything we got. We just got to be ready to answer that. So I look forward to seeing our guys come out here, and they know that monkey on their back about that. So they just got to go play good baseball.
It's kind of a fun one, but having a Parrot Head Day, special jerseys, just how cool is that? The vibrance of it all, just how special is that to this program? You think?
I mean, it was great. It was another great atmosphere, beautiful day here at the Pete, and our fans never disappoint. So just glad that we could give them a W, and stuff, and hopefully they come back tomorrow. I know we got a little weather, but it looks like it's going to get out of here, and we'll be able to. I think the game time's 4:00 tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have a great crowd regardless of what the weather does before then.
Well, how did you see that unfold? I mean, when you're rounding third base.
I was just trusting Coach Creel and running as hard as I could. I mean, it wasn't the fastest, but I was giving it all I got.
Did you see a catcher's interference at all?
Not really. I was just trying to get around him, so I'm glad it happened like that.
What kind of happened afterward? I know it was an emotional play, but the whole thing seemed pretty confusing, you know what I mean?
He was chirping at me, so I wasn't going to let him just kind of belittle me. I was just standing my ground because it meant a lot to us. We wanted that win.
Have you ever been part of I guess that has to be one of the longest delayed walk-off wins. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, I've never seen anything like that. They didn't have that in high school.
Just when you look at the whole moment, you guys get on base, Ozzie comes up, just all game, both teams kind of struggle with the pitchers, the offense. What's to say about this team to kind of fight through 13 innings? You know what I mean?
Just means we never gave up. Like they kept telling us in the dugout, like, come on, this is our inning, don't give up, keep fighting, and then we just end up keep fighting, and we got the big hit, and we won it off, walk it off.
Do you have I know catcher's still new for you, but do you know the official ruling for catcher's interference?
Yeah, Coach Brewer just said that we can like step on the foul line, maybe like a foot in, but when it gets closer, like foul territory, that means he's blocking the plate. So we need to try to stay as close as we can to the foul line. That's what he said the rule was.
Where's this game kind of rank as far as uniqueness goes? It felt like it was really fast to go on, and then obviously extra innings and stuff.
For sure, the craziest, probably one of the craziest games I ever played in. Just because first 6-7 innings, it seemed like it was like 30 minutes is going by, like everything, and then towards the end it just got longer and longer, and just kept fighting, and it was crazy game.
Now, look, I know you didn't catch Billy, but he had some really good stuff today. No hitter going as well. What'd you see? How do you feel you got into a groove maybe?
The game was fast paced, so I feel like it was hard for them to sit in the dugout and lose the groove. So I feel like the groove was just there all day because it was quick innings, 3 up, 3 down most of the time. So it was pretty quick.
Kind of a similar question. What were the guys saying about Marshall's pitcher that was keeping everybody off balance the whole day?
Just keep competing. Don't let your previous at bats affect the ones coming up. So just keep competing.
When they've got a pitcher like that reliever that's throwing sidearm, not a traditional just arm angle, does that change anything or approach-wise, or how do you have to adjust to that? Or
Approach-wise, no. You only have so many approaches, so you just stick to your approach. They just told us to see him up, don't let him beneath your barrel. So just see him up, and then he was fastball heavy early on, and then he would try to wipe you out with a slider. So just try to get your swing off on the fastball.
Obviously another series win, but you guys are still trying to get that first sweep of the year. How do you guys feel like, I guess what do you need to do to feel like you can put it all together? You know what I mean?
Coach Oz says Sunday's probably the hardest game you have to win, the best game you have to play all weekend. So just keeping that mindset in mind, just trying to play the best game tomorrow, win the sweep.
You a fan of those jerseys?
Yeah, probably our softest ones, most comfortable ones, so I like them a lot.
How cool is it to be part of your first Pairhead Day? I know it's a very unique thing to do here at Pete Taylor Park. So.
It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Different from being a fan watching?
Yeah, for sure. It's different, way different.
Thank you, Lawson. Fire away, gentlemen.
You ever been a part of a game like that? That has to be one of the stranger ones.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy game. To go 13 innings is crazy, and then the way it ended, pretty unexpected. I didn't think they were gonna overturn it, or I didn't see the play live. I wasn't looking for that, and so I didn't really know what was going to happen. The fact they overturned it was interesting, but yeah, crazy game for sure.
Can you speak to your stuff, what you had working your day, and kind of your approach with these guys, facing these guys?
Yeah, last night watching Nico strike out 10, we knew I had the ability to get some swings and misses, and hopefully strike out the same amount of guys, but I fell short, only had 8, but just knew that they big swingers, they can get the ball and they can hit it out like they did, unfortunately, but so just trusting my stuff and trying to throw where I want it to make sure I can try to miss barrels, and did that for most of the game.
Did you know it was a dual no-hitter the whole time? Or
found out in the 7th inning when Jake Cook said it out loud. And then both teams immediately hit a home run.
Oh no.
So yeah, that was unfortunate, but
has anything been said to Jake Cook since?
I was joking with him. I said I'll never forgive you for that. But then he said the whole side of the dugout had been talking about it the entire game. They were like, there's no way we could jinx it. But it ended up, that was the first time I heard it, and he was more towards the middle of the dugout. And yeah, it just, but we came out with the win, so at least they didn't throw a no-hitter either.
Right. I know you give up the home run, but you were able to go deep in this game. How confident are you feeling after the start? I guess you feel like this was the best start of the year for you?
Definitely best start. Yeah, going deep into games is the goal as a starter, and first couple were 5 innings, and I had a 4 inning, and that's just can't do that as a starter. I need to be able to get deeper into the games, and so I was happy to go. I got to the 6th and was cruising with 70-something pitches, and was like, I could finish this thing if I can, and then. Going to Colby in the 9th, I felt very comfortable with that, even though it was still a tie game. I love when Colby pitches, and he seemed to throw after me about every week now, so I love that. And yeah, when we got him, I don't even have to go deep into games, but if I can, as much as that's my goal.
What'd you think when Davis hits the home run to tie it up?
Yeah, that was incredible. Super happy for him. He's been swinging it so good lately. Had a tough start to the year, and he's found himself at first, playing really well defense, and just now that he's hitting the ball over the park, really happy for him.
What happened on the home run that you gave up?
Fell behind 2-0 and came back with a fastball, and he was ready for it. I guess I didn't want to walk him either, so I challenged him, and he was ready for it.
Did that also come like directly after the game was paused because of the pitch comm or something on your wrist?
Yeah, that thing, it was giving me trouble all game. Just every time you throw it, slowly is gonna come off, and you have to fix it. And I don't think that had anything to do with it. It just threw a fastball, wasn't in the best spot, and he hit it.
Chance this week, tomorrow, Sundays have been kind of hard down the stretch. What's the message from the coaching staff to you guys and you guys' concentration on this?
Yeah, Coach Oz is super on top of us about that. He wants us to keep laser-like focus. The series isn't over until the last game on Sunday. I mean, winning a series is good. We've won every series so far against some good teams. The sweep would have been nice at some point, and we're looking to get one. And like Lawson said earlier, you gotta play your best game on Sunday. Most times Sundays are high scoring, so we know we got the pitching because we only used 5 guys, so we got a lot of pitching left, and we'll try to keep it as low as possible and let our bats go to work.
How unique is it to just be a part of another Parrot Day for you?
Yeah, that's awesome. Had to watch Parrot Day last year. I pitched out the bullpen on Friday, and so I didn't get to throw. And so the moment I knew I was pitching on Saturdays, I remembered that Parrot Day is a Saturday, and I was just super excited. Gonna get some cool pictures. My mom will love them.
Did you catch the guys singing Buffett earlier before the game by chance, or?
I thought they would be singing earlier when I walked in at like 11. I think last year that band was out there, from the moment I got here. But it was cool to hear them. Cool to have live music at the field.
You think Buffett kind of calmed you down for the start during the game?
I might have to listen to it before every start at this point, because I think it worked.
Thanks.
Thanks, bro.